Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me for a 60-minute Yin and Yoga Nidra practice. My name is Tamara Maxim. I have many of my classes that I am taping or recording on Facebook uploaded to my YouTube channel, so feel free to check that out. I have over 80 classes and there are all different styles of yoga. And today I created a Metta meditation video, which is 5 minutes long, and that is what we will start our practice with tonight. It's a loving kindness meditation. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this practice. If you'd like music for your practice, if you use Spotify, I have an account under the name Tamara YVR. YVR is the airport code for Vancouver, and I live in the greater Vancouver area. So happy to share any of those playlists with anybody that would like to follow them. So let's begin lying down on the back in a reclined butterfly position, and I'll show the position and then I will sit up to guide the meditation. So you'll lie down onto your back. If you have a couple of blocks for the practice or cushions, you can place them on your outer thighs after you bring the soles of your feet together. And you can have your arms beside you, palms facing up, creating a V shape with your arms. If it feels better for you to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly for any part of this meditation, feel free to do that as well. So get yourself set up there in a reclined butterfly position. And we'll begin our Metta meditation, our loving kindness meditation, with 3 deep breaths and then 1 sound of Om, and then we'll start. Take 3 deep clearing breaths. The first one, inhale through your nose, big breath in. Sigh out your mouth. Again, inhale through your nose. Sigh out your mouth, exhale. Last one like this, inhale and exhale. Next breath for Om, inhale. Allow the reverberation of Om to be like a ripple on a pond, radiating out in all directions, encompassing you and the space you're in, and even wider with a vibration of peace and harmony. Beginning our Metta meditation, a loving kindness meditation. Bring awareness to your heart center, Anahata chakra, and bring into your heart the vision or the name or the embodiment of someone that you love very much. Imagine them in your mind's eye, radiate love around them, and send them this message. You can say it out loud or in your mind. I wish you ease. I wish you health. I wish that you are free from pain. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out, and send that beautiful loving kindness meditation to that person that you love. And now in your mind's eye and in your heart, imagine someone that you have neutral feelings toward. Could be a neighbor or a casual friend. And send them that same message. I wish you ease. I wish you health. I wish that you are free from pain. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Now imagine someone in your mind's eye and in your heart that you have challenges with. This is the hardest one, I think. And send them that same loving kindness. The same loving kindness that you could send to someone you love. To that person you have challenges with. I wish you ease. I wish you health. I wish that you are free from pain. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And now imagine yourself. Encapsulate yourself with the beautiful energy of your heart and loving kindness, and say these words to yourself. I wish you ease. I wish you health. I wish that you are free from pain. Take a full breath in And a full breath out, soften. And now in your mind's eye and in your heart center, imagine all living beings. Maybe imagine the whole earth all at once, including someone that you love, someone that you feel neutral toward, someone you have challenges with, and yourself, together with all living beings. Imagine it all in your mind's eye and in your heart center, and send this message of loving kindness. I wish you ease. I wish you health. I wish that you are free from pain. Take a full deep breath in and a full deep breath out. Allow that feeling of loving kindness to settle into your body, into your mind, into your heart, into your spirit. And bring this loving kindness with you through this entire practice. If you'd like to create an intention in addition to loving kindness for this practice, feel free to breathe it in now. One word or a phrase or a mantra, as well as the dedication to those that we've already thought about through loving kindness. Maybe you'd like to dedicate more of this practice out into the world, to a group of people, to one particular person, to a special place, anything that you like. I'd like to send the energy from this practice out into the world to the people who are rising up and standing up and demonstrating and advocating for equality for all people. And that begins with ourselves from a place of loving kindness. So I'd like to send out extra loving kindness to all those people, including myself. And continue here in this reclined butterfly position. Allow the space of your heart to feel open. Allow yourself to relax completely. If you find yourself getting drawn away from this present moment, simply come back to a deep breath, inhaling and exhaling through your nose, or maybe a sigh out your mouth. Maybe you can even imagine the beautiful glow of green from Anahata chakra, the heart chakra. Allow your body to be bathed in this beautiful green light. Take 5 more deep, full breaths here in reclined butterfly. Feel free to use the exhalation to help you relax even deeper by sighing out your mouth. Release any emotional tension or pent-up energy. Last couple breaths. And slowly start to bring awareness back to your body. Use your hands to guide your knees back together. You can lower blocks if you have them propped up against you. Gently hug one knee at a time into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze or a rock side to side. And just take a moment in stillness, finding a neutral pose. Let the body be easeful and relaxed. treating yourself with loving kindness. Always begins with yourself, and then you can share loving kindness with the rest of the world. Slowly release your feet to the floor, and if you have a cushion, you can bring that in for this next posture, which will be a reclined twist. Lift your hips up just a little bit, jog them over to the left side, and then bring your knees either on top of a cushion or surrounding the cushion over to the right side. If you'd like to keep the heart open, you can cactus the arms. This will help push the chest up, or even create a T shape with your arms. Or you can bring your arms beside your body if your shoulders need more relaxation. You can turn your gaze toward the left side. Maybe bring your right hand on top of your left thigh. And enjoy this twist, the opening through the heart. Allowing yourself to soften over the thighs and through the spine and the lower back. If you feel over time that you're starting to have enough of a release and you can go a little bit deeper, you're welcome to remove the cushion if you're using one, and maybe even bring your knees up a little higher. You decide what feels best for your body. In yoga, the very first principle is ahimsa, non-harming. And that's the beginning, the seed, the foundation of loving kindness. Breathe into the space that you're creating over your hips, across your rib cage, your chest, into the shoulder. Try to find an even, deep breath, an equanimous breath. And again, if you get carried away from this moment, simply come back to observing your breath. Maybe create a deeper breath. Even a sigh out the mouth. Anything to anchor you back here in the present. There's a beautiful mantra by Ram Dass that says, I am loving awareness. And if it feels right to you, you can repeat this to yourself. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. Not only to keep yourself anchored here in the present, but to remind yourself again and again that you are a loving being and that you can spread loving awareness to yourself and to others. That you are a heart-centered being. Take a few more deep breaths on this side, 4 or 5 more breaths. or two, sigh out your mouth. And as you're ready, put your hands flat onto the mat beside you. Push yourself back through center. Realign your hips. Bring your left knee in toward your chest and take a half happy baby. Let your right foot roll to the outer edge so your right knee is suspended, dropping out to the side. Pull your left knee down, left thigh down. You're welcome to stay here or extend that right leg long. Take 10 deep breaths. Releasing emotional energy from the hips. Slowly release. Bring both feet to the mat. Take a moment here, lying onto your back, feet flat. And then jog your hips a little bit to the right side. Start to draw your knees over to the left. And if you used a cushion last time, place a cushion either underneath your left thigh or beneath or in between the thighs. And again, find that same shape with your arms, maybe a cactus shape. Maybe your arms are beside you to relax your shoulders, or a T shape if you want to create more opening in the chest. Maybe place your left hand on your right thigh and turn and gaze to the right. Again, creating this expansion across the outer thigh, through the spine, open heart, and even through this cervical spine by turning and looking the opposite direction of your knees. And take deep breaths here, in and out through your nose. And again, if you feel that your body starts to open and you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can release the cushion if you're using one, or even bring your knees a little bit higher. Keep returning to your intention, to your breath, even to this idea of loving awareness. I am loving awareness. If it's helpful, you can also continue to spread the Metta meditation message. I wish you ease. I wish you health. I wish that you are free from pain. Maybe you'd like to direct that meditation to specific people. We can all use more loving kindness. Take your last 3 to 4 deep breaths here. Big sigh out your mouth for the last breath. And as you're ready, release your hands to the floor to support. You lifting your hips back through center, knees back through center, and just take a moment here with your feet flat. And we'll take half happy baby with the right leg. So bring the right knee in towards your right shoulder. Wrap your right fingers around the outer right foot. Let your left foot roll to the outer blade, knee traveling out to the side. Or if it feels okay, you can extend that left leg straight. Take 10 deep breaths. Last few breaths here. Feel free to sigh out the mouth as you need. Step your left foot back onto the mat, your right foot back onto the mat. Lay on your back for just a moment. Then bring both knees in toward you, separate them, reach through and grab the outer edges of your feet. Full happy baby, Ananda Balasana. As you press down into your feet, press your feet up into your hands. See if you can roll the sacrum forward toward the end of your mat. Try to flatten out your lower back. Find stillness. Or if it feels good, you can rock side to side. Lot of heart and hip opening today. Emotional release for the hips, softening for the heart. Finding a way to release ourselves from past emotional experiences and holding of emotions, gripping of emotions. An opening of the heart to create space for loving kindness. Slowly release your feet, release your knees, give yourself a beautiful hug. Squeeze in nice and tight, release the back. Maybe rock side to side. And we will be coming onto our belly. So if you would like your head facing the front of your mat, you can rock yourself up and come onto your belly, or lay yourself out long. Extend your right arm over your head, roll over to your side for a moment, and then make your way all the way onto your belly. If you would rather be facing the other end of your mat, then you can roll to your side or rock up and come onto your belly. We'll take a few moments here with a little pillow underneath our forehead, letting the heels drop out to the side. A variation of Advasana, reverse corpse pose. Take 3 more deep breaths here. Big sigh out the mouth for the last one. Inhale and exhale. And start to bring your arms out beside you in a cactus shape. And bring your right knee out to the right in line with your hip. Flex your foot so your ankle creates a 90-degree angle between the top of your foot and your shin bone. And there's a 90-degree angle between your lower leg and your upper leg. And you can keep your arms in this cactus shape. You can turn your head to the right. If you want something a little deeper, then turn your head to the left. Half frog pose. Work on pressing both hips down toward the mat. And if your right knee is uncomfortable, you can always put a little blanket or the mat under. Maybe we'll move a little bit more to the left side of your mat so your right knee is on the mat. If you prefer your forehead to be face down, you can make that pillow with your hands and allow your forehead to relax. Wherever you are in this posture, breathe into your back body and feel the whole back line of your body expand with your breath in. And as you exhale, soften the front line of the body. Let your heart and belly press down into the mat. See if your hips can become more open with each exhalation. Each time you release just a little bit more energy and emotional storage from the hips. Often when we open the hips, it brings up memories from our past, our experiences. You might even envision somebody. If you do, you can send them that loving kindness. I wish you ease. I wish you health. I wish that you are free from pain. We're just about halfway through the pose. If you'd like to add in Sphinx pose, come up onto your forearm. You can put a pillow underneath your chest if you like, or a bolster. Make a number 11 with your forearm and start to hug your elbows toward your hip points. So creating a back bend as well as a hip opener. So creating some length and openness in the front of the heart and the sides of the heart. If you like, you can even put a block or a cushion underneath your forehead. Keep energetically hugging those elbows toward your hips. Keep lengthening the heart forward and up if you've taken this variation of Sphinx with frog. Last 5 deep breaths here. Last couple of deep breaths. Exhale with a sigh if you like. Slowly start to release your right leg back. If you're in Sphinx pose, release down. Either make a pillow with your palms or bring your arms beside you and turn your head to the right side. Feel free to stay here or bend your knees. You can windshield wiper your feet a few times side to side to neutralize the lower back.
And then find stillness, either keeping the feet elevated or letting the legs lengthen. 5 breaths here. And slowly bringing your gaze back through center. We'll cactus the arms again, and now bring the left knee out to the left. Flex your foot so the top of your foot and your shin bone make a 90-degree angle, and your thigh and shin make a 90-degree angle. And then you can even turn your gaze to the left, or you can turn your gaze to the right for a little deeper stretch. It's up to you. Just find something that's neutralizing or something that's deeper. And about halfway through, I'll give you the option to come into the half frog pose with sphinx pose as well. So finding a variation that either feels softening and easeful, or maybe with a little bit more of an edge. As we're coming to about the halfway point, you're welcome to continue this way, or start to work yourself up onto your forearms, making your forearms again like a number 11, and energetically hugging your elbows towards your hips, pulling the chest forward and up, lengthening the front of the heart, the sides of the heart. And again, if it feels good for you or right for you, feel free to put a block under your forehead. Keep lengthening the heart forward and up. And take your last few deep breaths in whichever position you've chosen. Last full deep inhale. And And a nice long exhale. Let's release down. You can release onto your palms, forehead down, release your legs. Maybe bend your knees, windshield wiper side to side. Your arms can also be beside you with your gaze to the left. Then come back into a resting position for a few breaths. And take your legs wide so your toes are pointed to the end corners of your mat. Bend your knees and let your big toes come together to touch. Bring your forehead down, palms beside your chest. On your inhale breath, push yourself up. And as you exhale, let the hips go all the way back to the heels, Balasana, child pose. You're welcome to do that a couple of times. It's a nice release. Inhale, come forward. Exhale to lower. Inhale, push up. Exhale back. Feel free to stay in child pose or do this rocking over the pelvis from your belly to child pose a few times. And when you're ready to release into your child pose and stay, you'll release your arms beside your body, palms facing up beside your hips. Knees can be together or wide, forehead down. And feel free to lay over top of a bolster or a cushion if that works for you. Let your forehead relax. Let your shoulders soften over the space of your thighs. Every time you breathe in, imagine your back like a tortoise shell filling up, nice and round. Then as you exhale, let the lower part of your body sink down into the mat. Let your shin bones soften. Let your hips soften. Let your thighs stretch. Let this pose be one where you can release anything from the back side of your body, from your past. Let the back of your heart stretch as you release. Take your last 3 to 4 deep breaths here. Feel free to sigh. Let your arms release and come all the way forward. Take a big stretch as you tend your fingertips and let the arm bones lift up. As you exhale, surrender down just a little bit more. Walk your hands up and over to the right side for 5 breaths. Feel free to go as far over to the right as you like. You can relax your right arm, maybe place your left hand on top of your right, forehead down. Stretching into the sides of the rib cage, creating more space in the left side of your heart and your lungs. Last full breath on this side. And slowly start to walk your hands over to the left side, creating a stretch into the right side of your heart. You can relax your left arm, forearm down. Maybe place your right hand on top of your left. Let your ears come between your arms, forehead down. 5 deep breaths. Last deep inhale. And a full exhale. Slowly walk back through center, press into your hands. Take a full breath in. Surrender as you exhale, full breath out. Then press into your hands, pull yourself up to a tabletop position. Move through a few rounds of cat and cow with your toes tucked. Inhale, your tailbone is up, tummy down, chest up. Stretch the front of your spine. As you exhale, curl the tailbone under, round, look towards your belly, press into your hands. Keep going like that a few more times. Feel free to even tent up onto your fingertips and pull your hips back toward your heels. Coming back to a neutral spine. Coming into deer or swan pose. So slide your left knee behind your left wrist. Sit onto your outer left hip and slide your right thigh so it's parallel to the top of your mat, and maybe your left thigh becomes somewhat parallel to the top of your mat. This would be for deer pose. If you'd like to go to swan pose, slide your right leg all the way back behind you. And from either of these variations, take a moment to lengthen the chest and then come down either onto your forearms or all the way down, forehead onto your palms. If you're in deer pose, you can do that same thing, angling a little bit more to the right corner of your mat. Creating a little bit of protection around the heart, but an opening in the hips. So enjoy this relaxing posture in either of the variations that work for you. If it feels better for you to be more upright, you can also stay more upright. Take your last 5 deep breaths here. When you're ready to release the pose, come onto your hands. You can shift over to your left side and then make your way into a tabletop. If you're in swan pose or sleeping swan, you can make your way to tabletop or downward dog. For downward dog, you might want to pedal out your heels a couple of times. If you're in tabletop, through cat and cow. And then when you're ready, setting yourself up on the other side, right knee behind your right wrist. Either roll onto your right hip and adjust your legs so it's a comfortable hip opener for you. You might lean forward, coming onto your forearms or your palms. Or if you want to go into sleeping swan, slide your left leg back behind you. Stay for a moment up on your fingertips, get a lengthening through the front line of the body, and then come down. either of these variations. Adjust for your own needs. Feel free to use bolsters or pillows. If you're laying down for deer pose, aim the crown of your head toward the top left corner of your mat. Again, creating a little bit of protection around the heart as we round over our chest, but at the same time, a beautiful release for the hips. Take your last 4 to 5 deep breaths here. When you're ready to come out, you can either roll onto your right hip or push yourself back into downward dog, come into tabletop, whatever feels good for you. Take a few neutralizing breaths, any position or shape that feels good. And make your way onto your seat. This will be our last posture before we make our way into a Shavasana position for Yoga Nidra, followed by Shavasana. If you want, you can sit up onto a block or a cushion, or even put a cushion underneath your thighs for caterpillar pose. And after doing a lot of hip opening and heart opening, this is a really nice way to create a counter pose, a nice deep forward fold. Remove the flesh around your seat from side to side. Sit up nice and tall, and you can even stay here if you're already feeling a stretch in your hamstrings. This might be it for you. Fingertips out to the side for staff pose, or slowly start to walk your fingertips forward. Lengthen when you get to a point where you're really feeling it in the back of your hamstrings. Again, you can soften that by putting something underneath your knees if you like. And then allow yourself to fold forward. And if you need, you can always place a block or a bolster underneath your forehead. It's not about getting your chest right down to your thighs for this particular variation. This is about rounding the back of the heart, creating a release in the back of your legs, and letting the hips soften here in the hip crease, hip flexors. So even if you're normally quite flexible, and I'm one of those people, I try to sandwich my chest right onto the thighs, create a little loving kindness here, non-harming, ahimsa. Go to the point where your body can feel soft and release without efforting, without strain. Take your last 5 deep breaths here. When you're ready to release, slowly roll yourself up. Give your shoulders a little roll. Even lean back into your hands. Press your chest forward. If you like, do a little reverse tabletop. Turn your fingertips towards your hips. Bend your knees. Lift your hips up. Maybe look back. When you're ready, lower down. And set yourself up for a beautiful Shavasana. Laying down onto your back, you can have a bolster underneath your thighs, a pillow behind your head, maybe even cover yourself with a blanket. And I will guide you through a Yoga Nidra, which will have an emphasis on loving kindness, softening your heart, and spreading loving awareness through your entire body. So set yourself up for this. And please stay as long as you can at the end for a final Shavasana. Take as long as you like. And as I reminded at the beginning of this video, if you like the loving kindness meditation, I just posted one on my YouTube channel. So you can look it up. It's 5 minutes long and it's in one of my most favorite places to meditate, right beside this beautiful creek. So you can follow along and do that anytime you have 5 minutes to spare, which hopefully you have often. So in your Shavasana position, take a deep, full breath in. Fill up your whole entire body. And as you exhale, sigh out your mouth and feel yourself soften into the mat below you, almost into the earth, like you're being cradled. On your next inhale breath, bring the awareness right up to the crown of your head and feel a little glow of white light out the crown of your head, Sahasrara chakra. And as you exhale, let that beautiful light come all the way through your body, spreading all the way down through your torso, through your arms, through your legs, and let that beautiful white light land in both of your feet. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, completely relax both of your feet. Take another breath in and let that beautiful white light travel all the way up again, right to the crown of your head, and a little bit brighter this time. Out the crown of your head, and as you exhale, draw that beautiful white light as if it's melting honey all the way down through your body, through your torso, through your arms, and let it land in your legs. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out and relax both of your legs. Feel both of your feet, all of your toes, the top of your feet, the soles of your feet, your heels and ankles, your lower legs, your knees, and your upper legs completely relaxed and glowing in this beautiful white light. Now take another deep breath and let that light travel all the way back up through the crown of your head, and even brighter now, a little umbrella of white light spreads above you. And as you exhale, draw it back in, and this time let it cascade all the way down through your torso. Let it land at the base of your torso. And on your next inhale breath, feel that relaxation through your hips, through your pelvis, through your belly, your chest, all the way up the back, through your ribs, your lower, middle, and upper back, all the way to your shoulders, glowing in this beautiful white light. Take a deep breath in and relax your entire torso in this white light. Take another breath in, let it travel again to the crown of your head, and this time beams of white light starting to move away from the crown of your head out into the world around you. And as you exhale, draw those beams of light back in and let them cascade all the way down,
both arms to the tips of your fingers. Let all of your fingers relax, both hands, all of the finger pads, all of the joints in your fingers, the palm of your hand, the top of your hand, your wrists. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, relax your hands completely. Take another breath in and let that beautiful white light beam out of the crown of your head. And as you exhale, bring it back in and let it spread all the way down through both arms. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, relax both of your lower arms, both of your upper arms, your elbows, your shoulders. Completely relax your hands and your arms. Completely relax your torso. Take a full breath in. See if you can bring that breath right up from your toes, through your legs, through your arms, through your torso. And as you rise, this beautiful white light like a rainbow over top of the crown of your head. And as you exhale, bring it back in and let the whole entire head and neck soften completely. Feel beautiful trickles of white light going into every corner of your neck, the back, the sides, the front, your throat, your jaw, filling your face, your ears, the top of your head, the sides and back of your head completely washed in white light. Take a full deep breath in, and as you exhale, completely relax your neck and your head, and let that relaxation travel over your shoulders, down your arms to your fingers, through your torso, over your hips and legs, and all the way down to your toes. Imagine yourself in this beautiful glowing white light, this beautiful energy that you've created. This is the energy of loving kindness. This is the energy of loving awareness. This is the energy from your heart. Stay in this beautiful space of relaxation and of peace, of loving kindness and loving awareness. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.